Hey guys, what's up? This is MAKC Criswell here with a great new video. We're again taking a look at stuff that I use every day. Let's slam this mother into night mode and get started. So, what we're looking at today is an app from Mac called Flux, or f.lux. This has been around for a while. But it has resurfaced recently as a very popular app, been mentioned in several articles, due to Apple announcing iOS 9.3, specifically Night Shift. Quick note, 9.3 public beta is out. If you want to try it out, there's a ton of new features. I mentioned it a little bit on Twitter, but I'll make sure I leave a link to the public beta. So this is probably one of the more talked about new features of iOS 9.3, and it's called Night Shift. And again, this is basically the equivalent of what Flux does for Mac on the iPhone. And what it does is basically, research has indicated that one, it's better for your eyes to not be staring at a screen, especially into late hours of the night, that the bright blue light can cause some problems, and especially going to sleep, and this is the big thing. Incredibly difficult to go to sleep after having stared at a screen for a long time. And so the idea is that around sunset, basically the software takes the blues out of the picture by kind of tinting the screen to more of an ambient, warmer color, so that it's easier on your eyes to see, and so that you can sleep easier. And it works. Research has proven that it's worked well, presumably why Apple has decided to, of course, include this as iOS 9.3. And this is what Flux does. It actually takes it to a little bit more of a level than Night Shift does for the phone, because it actually, as the night goes on, removes more color. Around sunset, it just kind of starts to pull some of the blue colors out, and then slowly, as the night goes on, becomes very orange. And so if you are working late night, it's not, you won't really notice it happening too much, but you know, it'll be easier on your eyes so you can see and keep working, power through those nights, no sleep team. And of course, once you're done, actually go to sleep. So let's go ahead and give this thing a download. As always, links in the description below. Okay, so we've got it downloading now. It's not a very big app. It's around 1.5 megabytes as a zip file. So there we go. Done. So let's see. We'll actually just open this up in a folder so you can see. Okay, so there we have the app, and we'll hit open. And then if we look in the app folder, hold on, there it is, Flux, and it will open up automatically. And real quick, while this is opening up, it is 100% free, so that's really nice. Of course, they do have a PayPal account that you can donate to if you want to help out. If you really like the app, they would recommend that, and obviously I would too. They recommend sending them like $5 if you use it a lot, so definitely look into that. So let's close out of this. Get this back into dark mode, and now let's open up the Flux preferences. So here is the window, and one cool feature to mention is I am actually going back and changing the colors later on, because no matter what your screen looks like to you, if you're doing a screen recording or a screenshot, it's not going to change that at all. So I am basically emulating the colors in post-production, but as you can see, we just moved. There's a few different modes here. You have a daytime mode, and what that is your normal color. Ideally, you can actually keep it as an orange color, and then you have a sunset mode, and this is the color that will stay at sunset. Around the time the sun is setting, it'll go to a warmer color, and then around the time that you get really late at night, you can make it a much more orange color. And you can set a custom schedule here, or you can have it find your location for you. If it can't, just put in your zip code and you'll be good to go. And you can also set a custom time for when you normally wake up, which is when it will make sure that it goes back to the normal color. You can see we do actually have a bit of a timeline here. This is where we are in the day. It's 12:30. So yeah, so now we have the colors all set up, and you probably want to make sure that you have the box checked to start Flux at login, and it'll just kind of hang out here in your window with all of your other apps like this. So there's a few more settings, really, just a few options. There is a fast transition option, so that instead of kind of slowly fading into the warmer colors, it will just kind of snap there a whole lot faster. It won't be like a just frame drop, but it'll fade a lot faster. There's an option to have the colors stay warmer on weekends for longer, and an option to move the bedtime setting back for younger people. There is also another checkbox that changes from the light OSX mode to the darker mode at sunset. Along with warming up the colors, it slams your computer into night mode, so that'll also help you kind of focus. And there's a few other settings. One for if anyone's really developing film anymore, awesome. But there is a darkroom setting for that, so that none of the light from your computer will be messing anything up. And it's got the red colors that work in a dark room, so that's cool. And there is also a movie mode that they've included, which changes the colors to apparently work best for cinema. And this will last for about 2 hours. It's the same kind of thing that like a movie color preset on a TV does. It's not a huge deal, but it is kind of cool. And it does automatically shut off. And so make sure that has checked. And then finally, there's just a little disable menu that'll allow you to turn off the settings for a specific app for an hour or until sunrise. So for example, I'm here in the Finder now, and so if this was on, well, I can emulate that it's on. So what I'll do is I'll say disable for Finder, and so right now it's off. It's on, but if I open up a Finder window, the color goes away. So if you're in an application, so if it's late at night, but you're in an app, you're color grading or something, and you need accurate color, there is, of course, a setting to make sure that you're not going to be losing those accurate colors, no matter what time of night it is. So, very cool little plugin. Hope you like it a lot. Again, feel free to check out any videos on this channel right here, or check any other stuff out, or check it out at MAKC.co. There's a card in the video. See you next time.